Hey guys, welcome to Britannians. I'm Joshua. So today we are gonna have some interesting discussion about scholarship, education loans. So it's gonna be an interesting topic. That's what you have been expecting from me for a very long time. We have Damini with us today. So Damini is from WeMakeScholars, and they have a platform where you can search for scholarships as well as they help you with your education loans. So let's welcome Damini to our channel. Hi Damini, thanks for doing this collab video with me, and welcome to my channel Britannians. So can you please introduce yourself and tell us your story?
Okay. So hi Joshua. First of all, thanks a lot for calling me for this session. I absolutely love your channel, and I see that how detailed videos you make for students who are aspiring to go to the UK. You're covering like every aspect. So very happy to be here. Just a quick introduction. So even I went to UK as a student, and currently I'm co-founder of WeMakeScholars, which is my startup back in India, and I also run a YouTube channel with the same name called WeMakeScholars. So I went to UK with a full scholarship in 2012 for my master's at the University of Sheffield. So my scholarship covered everything, right from 100% of my tuition fees, my living expenses for which I used to get a stipend, my flight tickets, visa cost, each and everything. So everyone, whoever I told about this, that, I've got such a scholarship, of course, your college juniors and everyone will come to know about it. So people were like very excited, your friends will come, your juniors will come asking, how did you manage to get such a scholarship? So I used to get so many questions on Facebook and all messages people used to ask me. So we decided, me and Arjun, my co-founder, because both of us were scholarship winners. So we decided to create a Facebook group called Scholarships when we were in UK. I think it was 2013 when we started the group, and the group went like a wildfire. So by the time we finished our 1 year of masters, I think just 8 months into the group, it had about 50,000 people in that Facebook group. So that the responses on the group and love of people, I would say, it pushed us to go ahead and start WeMakeScholars as a full-fledged platform. Even though I was not from IT background, I didn't know how to make a website and things like that, but it was still there was this intention that let's start it. So we started WeMakeScholars.com in 2015, and it was just a international scholarship search engine. So we just wanted to make a platform wherein people can come and search all the scholarships and everything. And towards the end of 2016, I would say, we also realized that getting an education loan in India is not easy. Banks, I'm sure you had been in India for so many years, you would know that banks do not treat students in a very good way, or parents have to take leave and go around bank for so many days and this that. So that's why that looked like a big enough problem when students approached us. So we used to feel that getting a bank loan is very easy, it's bread and butter of banks, but it wasn't. So that looked like a big problem, and we started helping students with bank loans also, starting with government banks like SBI and all, and then we added on a few private bank options in NBFCs also. So currently what we do, just the end line of my introduction, is WeMakeScholars currently is a platform for students to get all the kinds of financing for their higher education. That is, scholarships and education loans are the two motives, two things which we help them with. Yeah, that was a very long introduction though.
Yeah, that's really great. Those are the main struggles that the student initially go through when they're looking to study in abroad. For example, the scholarships and the loans, and you are doing a great job in that. And thank you, Domini, for that. When did you start searching for scholarship, and how did you know about this scholarship when you were doing your masters?
Okay. So I think, Joshua, the question which you are asking me, I think many people have this question, and I think a lot of people don't know the answer also to that. So I think searching a scholarship is the most important factor which people miss on. So if you don't find it, of course, you're not going to get it. And also people miss out on applying to scholarships on time, and I think that's why they're not able to get it. So I think I had my fair share of difficulties with that. So the first thing which I did right was, I started looking for scholarships as soon as I had the thought of doing my masters abroad. So there was, what I'm telling you is about 15 months before my intake was supposed to start. So it was 2012 September was I was planning to go to UK, and 2011 May, June is when I started looking for scholarships. And that's when some of the government scholarships, you won't believe it ends they were doing their final interview, for example for Commonwealth scholarship. It happens in June 2011 for the 2012 batch. So people don't know that they have to apply so early. So I think people who are mostly looking at these scholarships, they think that they would need an admission letter and only then they should start looking for scholarships, which is clearly a myth, because all the non-university scholarships which are offered by government bodies or trust or foundations, anything which is non-university, those they do not insist on admission. They generally not all, but most of those, they give you scholarship on your academic profile or your extracurricular profile, everything till date. They do not really insist for the admission immediately. So those scholarships will open very early and people have to be prepared for it. So don't really they should not really wait for their admission letter to be in their hand and only then apply to scholarships. So that is one thing about searching. And about when I was going through this entire process, I went through about 500 scholarships is what I looked at, literally sniffing every possible website, not just the university website. You look at government websites, every possible link which someone sends you, you start looking at it. And about 40 scholarships was something which I found that I was eligible for after reading the entire eligibility criteria and all, and I applied for those 40. So finally I was able to get one. But I think that was the time that I decided that this problem has to be solved. Someone has to make scholarship searching easy, finding easy, so that students can put all their energy on applying for one, because I would say 60-70% energy would have gone on finding one rather than writing those scholarship essays. So yeah,
thank you for that, Tamini. And can you tell us about what are the different scholarships that we have in order to study in the UK?
okay. So Joshua, when I'm talking about different kinds of scholarship, I think I want people to know that there are different sources where they can get the scholarship from. So what mostly students do is they look at the university website, which will of course list all the scholarships which are offered by the university, and some of course external scholarships also, but that will be primarily focused on the scholarships offered by the university. And I think a lot of students assume that that's all the scholarship they are eligible for, but what they don't realize is almost 50% of the scholarships are non-university scholarships, which are either offered by the government, for example let's say Indian government, which you can find on MHRD website page, or it can be UK government also, because under some tie-ups or some initiatives with Indian government, they would launch a scholarship for Indian students, or in general for other international students also. So Commonwealth is one such example of that. So, and other than these government scholarships, there will be a lot of trust and foundations offering very smaller number of scholarships, I would say, only let's say 5 scholarships or 3 scholarships, and they would not really advertise those scholarships. So I think people don't never find these scholarships. They limit themselves to university scholarship, which, because so many people will be applying, it eventually becomes very competitive and people feel that, hey, I was not eligible to get one. What they don't apply for, so when you apply for these trust and foundation, these kind of scholarships, those will not be very competitive, because most of the people will not be even able to find those, right? So the competition will be lesser. So I think that was the reason that WeMakeScholars, we built it like a consolidated database of all the scholarships which are available all around. University is one of the sources, but then we look at all those sources and compile everything at one single place. So currently we have more than 26,000 scholarships listed on WeMakeScholars.com. So students can just come, put their nationality and put their the country they are going to, the course they are planning to go for, and if they just click filter, they would get the list of scholarships based on those filters, and then they can just go through it. So So I think finding becomes easier in that way. And I think one tip which I would want to add here is that when you find scholarship, just don't be oh, there are so many scholarships, okay, I can't really apply to all of those and things like that. I think the key to get a scholarship, if I could get one, was I applied to about 40 scholarships, and every scholarship I had to write like a different kind of scholarship answer or an essay. So it is a lot of hard work, but if you're looking at free money, or if you're looking to sponsor your education through an external source like a scholarship, you have to put in that hard work, and keep applying is I would say, the key to success.
Okay. So apart from scholarship, there are like, as you said, education loans, which people are taking in India. So, I mean, there are collateral loans, which obviously, if you have some collateral, you will get a loan. But can you tell us about the non-collateral education loans for average UK universities? Because most of the people are asking like, what is the amount that I get for a non-collateral education loan? I'm just going for an average UK university. Will I be eligible for that? So something like that. Can you tell us about that?
Okay, so I think, Joshua, I'll answer this question in like three parts. So first, just a quick, brief about secured loans. So as you mentioned, there are two kinds of loans. One where there is a collateral security required, so we call it a secured loan. Others where there is no collateral security required, so we call it as unsecured loan. So when people are going for secured loan, they put their property or FD and things like that. So generally, for secured loans, the interest rate will be lower than an unsecured loan. So I always advise people that if you have a collateral security, try to put that. If you know that there is no loss to you for using that FD, it's just gonna be lying in the bank, or putting the property. If you think it is not harming you in any way, go for a secured loan, because at the end of the day you have to pay the interest which is incurring on it. So even 1-2% difference will be minimum there if they are going for secured loan. So that is one thing. But as I'm sure when you asked me this question, you must have seen a lot of people commenting on your videos asking unsecured loan. Even I see that vibe of people that if I get 100 applications, I think 60-70 will ask in the first call itself that no, I want a unsecured loan because I don't want to pledge anything. But I think after we tell them the benefits, I think people really start looking at secured options also. But let's talk about unsecured loans now. So unsecured loan, Joshua, for an average UK university, 25 lakhs is something which is unsecured possible. I would not give you like a very big figure. 25 is average. Now, very recently we have started some new initiatives also. So WeMakeScholars has this one initiative for premium universities. It's called as Elite Scholars. So all the country's top universities can, the students can apply under this initiative, and they would have like special privileges and ROI and other things. So in that particular initiative, we have ranked about 40 UK universities for under the management category and under the other masters category. So for management category, the students can get up to 45 lakhs unsecured, and under the other masters category, they can get up to 35 lakh unsecured. And the interest rates for both the categories are pretty much on the lower end, because generally for UK the market average is about people get about 12% if they're going to buy average university for an unsecured loan. But if they're going to one of these 40 universities, either in the management category or in the other masters category, they can get up to 10.75 to maximum 10.5 to maximum 11.75%, which is quite on the lower end when we talk about Indian lenders in terms of unsecured. Of course, secured is like 7 to 8.5%. Yeah.
Okay. Because it's actually new information for me. It's like we can get somewhere around 40 lakhs and 35 lakhs for unsecured loans. So can you just briefly tell about what is that? Is it like a platform where we have to apply for that, or can we apply through WeMakeScholars or something?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so see, that's an initiative of WeMakeScholars. People just have to come to WeMakeScholars.com and apply for it, and then if their university is falling in that premium category, we divert them to a special team called Elite Scholars team. So they look at only students who are going to top universities. So again, I'm telling you that that initiative covers only 40 universities of UK in each of the categories. But then if student is not going to any of those 40 also, it's not like we cannot help them. So as I told you, 25 lakhs is something which we can can try for every student, even more than that, on a case by case basis. But then this special product is, has this standard limits that, 45 easily straight away you'll be able to get without any, it won't take any special approval sort of thing. So people just have to apply on WeMakeScholars.com for that.
Okay, there are a lot of informations in this, Damini. Thank you so much for that. And finally, so what kind of help you have already explained about the things that you do in We Make Scholars. So, for example, so what kind of help can you do for students who are looking to take a education loan or like scholarship? So, do you help them with the, for example, the letters that you are saying to submit for scholarships, or like what are the things that you do in We Make Scholars that can help the students?
Okay, sure. So, Joshua, first I'll talk about scholarships because, I think that's what people are most interested to hear on. So, for scholarships, see, we have created this platform wherein different scholarship providers can, come and freely publish the information. And We Make Scholars is a completely free platform for students also. So, students can come and find the scholarship. They can filter the scholarship. They can shortlist it, but we cannot help them one-on-one. So, that is, I think, one question which a lot of people ask on my videos as well. So, see, scholarship providers do not allow us to help students one-on-one because the bottom line is that scholarship should be given on someone's own hard work or merit, I would say. So, it's not like a admission consultancy thing that, someone else is writing your SOPs and things like that, because, provider who is offering a scholarship, they want to give it to the needy and the meritorious ones. So, they do not allow us to, provide any hand holding to student in terms of scholarship application. So, we can only help students in finding, which is on the website, and they have to apply on their own. Now, coming to the education loans, I think there we have that leverage that we can go to the next level and handhold people in the entire process, because banks in India, of course, are not bothered that you're helping someone, and I think bank loans is something which people will find it very difficult to apply on their own also, because no one at the bank really guides them that, okay, what is this X document means, what is this Y document means. They will tell them to write an affidavit. Student will be like, where is the format? No one will give them the format also. So in terms of bank loans, we handhold people, entirely. They just request a call back on our website, and then we assign them a financial officer. Financial officer will help them in, telling them different banks products. Then the student can select a bank. Then the financial officer will help them in explaining the document checklist and the application process. So everything until, sanction and disbursement, this person will be hand holding the student. And also when there are issues at the bank, so it's not like, we are guiding the student and the bank person is telling something else. Of course, student will have to deal with the bank person also. When they are applying through us, they will go to the submit the documents. The bank person will be like, no, we are not offering any loans. And this is something, it may sound unbelievable to you, but that is like, 50% of the time, this is the scenario. We check the students' eligibility, send them to the bank will be like, no, you are not eligible, or we are not giving any education loans. So at that time, the financial officer will intervene. They will talk to the bank. They will tell the bank about their own circular guidelines and make sure that they accept the file. And even on the process, if there are any issues, they will talk to the bank. So I think that is all in all what we provide to the student. That is like a hand holding, and at the end of the day, it's completely free service. We do not charge anything to students. Whatever is the bank's processing fee, we tell them, hey, we do not want to get into any commercial transaction. So whatever is bank's processing fee, you pay to the bank only. We are not involved. So every bank will have some or the other processing fee, and the student will pay to the bank. So we are a completely free service in that way.
So it's time for our video sponsors. So this video is sponsored by AmberStudents. So most of the people will know who AmberStudents are. AmberStudents are top student accommodation providers in the UK. They offer reliable, safe and cheap accommodations to the students. They have 100% verified listings, and it's relatively fast and easy to book with them. All their accommodations are located in the city center or town center, and it's very close to the university. They provide a wide range of large ensuite rooms and studio rooms to the students. They provide end-to-end support from choosing an accommodation, booking it, and all the paperwork required for that. So you don't have to worry about anything. And without any delay, click the link in the description and register with AmberStudent. One of the agent will get in touch with you within 24 hours and help you with your accommodation. that's really amazing. Like even I was struggling when I was looking for education loans, and I know people who have struggled a lot. So you're doing a great job there,
Thank you.
Damini. Hats off to you and your team, and thank you for this wonderful collab video where you get to share about the informations about scholarships and education loans. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you,
And
Joshua.